Alright, Shalom. I'm the brother Tasiyat coming back with another video. But before I start off, I would like to give all praises and highest honor to the Most High Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Kakadash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles, teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akyam across this world who are spreading this knowledge and truth and sincerity. And Shalom to the few sincere brothers and sisters out there who are also listening. And may the election be for your households. God Shalom. So, like you can see in the title, I want to make a video about never drop your crown. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, first of all, let nobody take your crown, like the scripture says. Let nobody take away your crown, meaning let nobody take away that salvation. You know, because you gotta fear, you gotta fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and work out your own salvation, like Philippians 2:12 says. Okay, so if you now think like, hey man, why am I doing this? I don't see no benefits. You're already doubting, and if people are gonna whisper shit in your ear and be like, yeah man, you know, ain't nothing happening, man. You might as well go make money, man, on a Saturday when you are going to camp. Make money, man. Do something with your life, man. Ain't nothing happening, Your woman telling you this, that, and the third, like, yeah, I want to have more time with you and whatnot. Why you always gone on a Saturday? Can you not skip the Saturday, this, that, and the third? You have a child and whatnot. She might use a child with in a conversation, you know. Or your work might be like, hey, we want you to come work on a Saturday. Meanwhile, you have camp on Saturday. They say we gotta have you on the Saturdays, otherwise we cannot work no longer with you. Okay? Now you start stressing. Okay, you be like, hey man, I cannot pay my house, I cannot pay my bills, I cannot pay for food, for myself, for my children, for my wife if I'm not working. But fuck that, man. The most I can give you any job that you need. And these family members or these people that trying to whisper shit in your ear, trying to talk you out of the truth, let them talk, man. You know, let them talk, man. Don't let it be an excuse for you to fall out of this truth, man. You know, and never drop your crown. Second, never drop your crown as in don't give up. You know, like when you see a soccer match, 90 minutes, normal play time is 90 minutes, the duration of a soccer match. And in minute 89, the how do you say that? The teammates that are behind 1-0 are already, dropping their heads and being like, hey, we already lost, this, that, and the third, you know. But you might have the captain who's like, hey, let's go, man. It's not over until it's over. The referee says there's 3 more minutes extra time. So that means you have 4 minutes, 5 minutes extra, because it was minute 88 or minute 89. So that means you have 4 or 5 minutes extra to still make a goal, you know. He'd be like, okay, man, let's go, man. But people start dropping their heads down, looking all sad, giving up. That is not the mindset we are supposed to be in right now. Especially not in these last days, man. Like in that match, the last few minutes is like the last days that we are in right now, man. They are crucial for you to make it or not make it, man. If you make good use of those few minutes, you can score and you can even win the match, you know. Or if you don't win the match, at least you tried your hardest, your best, you know. So don't drop your crown, okay? Don't give up. Don't look sad. Don't be sorrowful the whole day. Being whole day on the couch, doing nothing with your life, just watching videos of GMS. That is good. But do something also that is beneficial for your health, for example, as in go for a walk, go for a jog, man. Look at our elder apostles, man. The elder apostle Gabar making a video while he is going for a hike, you know. And he might, I don't know how old he is. I believe he's 50 plus years old. Okay, so there's no excuse for you to not be doing anything. Because if you are in the mindset like, whatever, Yahweh Shai is going to return anyway, this whole kingdom is going to be destroyed anyway, you know, so why would I trade? Or why would I do this? Or why would I do that? You know, if you have that same mindset, like one of the brothers said, he made a good example. He said, like, okay, so you might as well be in a mindset then, like, yeah, the chip is coming anyway, so why would I work right now? Because in that time, I'm not gonna take no chip, so I'm not gonna have no money to spend. And what else? So if you have that mindset, you might as well stop working right now. It makes no sense. You still gotta work. You still gotta uh, uh, um, pay bills. You still gotta keep your house. You know, you gotta provide for yourself and your family. Maybe if you have a pet, you gotta provide for your pet. You know, you wanna eat healthy food and drink, so you gotta be able to buy those things. Gotta be able to buy clothing. You know, so if you be in that mindset of, yeah, the chip is coming anyway, so why would I do my best to find a job or to work? Makes no sense, man. You are a man, so you gotta be proactive. You know, gotta be active here, man. Can't be sitting all day on the couch, you know, playing video games the whole day. Okay, your smallest room is smelling like different kinds of farts, you know, popcorn in the corner, chips in the corner, you know, a plate with leftover meat and carrot and whatnot in the corner, you know, all getting all crusty, you know. You didn't wash your face for 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 almost 2 days. You didn't shower for 2 days. You didn't brush your teeth. Only gaming the whole day with your headset on. Your headset is smelling funky of all the sweat that comes from your ear. You know, your microphone that you are yelling in at the game, telling people to you know, to do something. You know, telling people like, hey man, you know, do something with your life. You're trying to roast people to your microphone. Meanwhile, yourself ain't doing shit. The whole microphone is dusty. You know, so you being in that mindset. Do you think that is the mindset of a man of Yahweh Bashim Yashai that you are supposed to be in that? Of course not, man. We are supposed to be a prime example for the elect, for the sheep. Let me say, for the sheep of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. You know, so Lord willing, if we are a part of the elect, we gotta do our best, right? Mentally, spiritually, and physically. You know, gotta be a prime example, man. If you go to training and you have a coach that looks like he doesn't have, you know, like he doesn't want to even be there, you know. He explains things very monotone, like very boring, like, okay, guys, today we're gonna do this, and just do it yourself, you know. I'm just gonna watch from a distance and just grab a partner and just go sparring, you know. When you do, for example, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, if a coach talks like that, you be like, hey, fuck off, man. He ain't motivating me, he ain't doing shit. Why would I still come? You know, so you gotta be a good example, man. If you have a coach that says like, okay, guys, let's go, man. Today we're gonna do this and that technique. Okay. Um, Sometimes the coach might even put music on to get you in the mood. You know, does a good warming up, 10 minutes, 50 minutes. You know, makes you sweat a bit. You'd be like, okay, man, I feel like this training is beneficial for me. Sometimes the coach didn't even prepare the whole training beforehand, but on the spot, he just, you know, acts. How do you say that? Like in a Dutch, we say gretig. Like he really wants to teach his students something. So it's like, you know what? I didn't really prepare good today, but last time we did this and this and that. Today we're gonna continue with this, that, the technique. You know, I'm gonna show it first, then I want you guys to do it. You know, if anyone falls behind, you know, with a technique, let me know. Then I can come explain it to you. After that, we go sparring. After the sparring, we close off with the conditioning. Bam. You know, when the conditioning comes, you know, he's strict. You know, he's like, okay, if anybody doesn't make it, we're gonna do it all over again. You know, it might be like, hey, you know, this training is too hard, but the training is making you stronger. You know, so not to go too deep into this training thing, but to show you that a good teacher is very important, man. So a good example, you know, because if he is fired up, the teacher, he also makes you fired up. You're also gonna be like, okay, I feel like, you know, like I can do it, man. You know, and especially we as men of Great Millstone, you know, we are representatives of Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? You know, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. You know, so we cannot be acting like a bunch of weirdos and guys that don't want to do shit. You know, and be telling people what to do. Meanwhile, we ourselves ain't doing nothing that we are telling other people to do. You know, sounding like hypocrites. Okay. So, amen. Back to the title. Never drop your crown. Don't give up, and let nobody take your crown. Let nobody talk you out of this truth, man. So Revelation 3 verse 11, it says, "Behold, I come quickly." So Yahweh Shai says that he will return very quick. Don't be fooled. It might seem like it's so that takes a long time, but if the Most High says, okay, it's gonna take 5 days for Yahweh Shai to return, those 5 days might feel long, but when he returns after 5 days, he still came, at the set time. He said he would come after 5 days, so he comes after 5 days. He doesn't come earlier, he doesn't come later. He comes exactly at 5 days. So is he too late? No, he is right on time. It might feel like it's taking long, but it's right on time. And Habakkuk 2 and 3, don't tarry, wait for it, okay? Because it's actually not being, it's not tarrying, as in in the Dutch we say vertragen. So it might seem like it takes long, but it will happen, man. Yahweh Shai is gonna come very soon, man. Okay, it says, "Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." So hold fast to this truth, okay? So that nobody takes your crown, your salvation in the first place. Salvation. When the chariots come, you want to be saved. And you don't want to be the one that was like, yeah, but my wife told me this, and my child, and this and that, and the third, making excuses when the Lord comes. He's gonna look at you like, hey, man, your task was simple. All you had to do was listen, obey, give your body as a living sacrifice for a little while, and you didn't do that. You know, you don't want to be that person, man. You want to be that person like, hey, you did good. You was a good servant. You know, so when Yahweh Shai returns, you want to have that crown. He's gonna put a crown upon your head. You want him to look at you and be proud, of course. It might seem far-fetched sometimes, but don't get it twisted, man. Certain things that we cannot see yet don't mean that they don't exist, man. Like if you walk outside, you might not see the wind, but you can feel it. So spirits are out there, angels are out there. You might not see them, but they are there. They are present. Yahweh is always watching us. Yahweh Shai is always watching us, and Yahweh Shai is just waiting for his time to return, man. So before that time, we gotta make sure that we do everything that we can to make it. Some days are gonna be hard. Some days are gonna be better. Never give up. Never drop your crown, man. Okay, so with that, hope it was edifying. And like I said, man, never drop your crown because we are kings. We are about to be actual kings in the kingdom of heaven that will be upon this planet Earth. Okay, the Israelite men will be the actual, will be kings, men, upon this planet Earth. Okay, so don't drop your crown. With that, hope is edifying, and I want to give all praises and highest honor to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Kakadash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akiyama across this world, who are spreading this knowledge and truth and sincerity. And shalom to the few sincere brothers and sisters out there who are also listening. And may the election be for your households. God shalom.